Going into Smalls Gaming, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the AS-Val. So before this video starts, I want to say that I'm not be sharing my opinions, so I'm not going to be clickbaiting and say like this is the best gun in the game. You will see my opinion in the video, but I just want to say that hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys do enjoy, I'd recommend you guys to check out my other videos, and if you guys do also enjoy those, might as well subscribe. But other than that, let's get straight into it. Hey guys, so we just made it into a match, so let's talk about the attachments that I'm going to be using for the AS-Val real quick. So, like always, we always talk about the attachments and then we get into our opinions about the gun. So, first off, we have the combat stock. And this gun doesn't have no stock, so we are going to have to be forced to kind of find an alternative, and the combat stock is a great one. And if you build this gun, its base ADS speed is kind of slow, so you do have to kind of increase that ADS speed. Next up is the tap laser, which increases our ADS speed and our accuracy. And the base mag for the AS-Val is 20, and for a gun that shoots kind of fast or pretty fast, you're going to need an extended mag. So the extended mag B increases your bullets by 10 more, so it gives you 10 extra. So that's pretty good, but it could be better. I wish they gave us like a 40 round extended mag or something, because the 30 round extended mag kind of doesn't really help. Next up, we have the gun-related grip for ADS plus pad accuracy. This last attachment is really up to you, so I'm going to recommend 4 attachments that you can possibly use. So the first up is the mid-range barrel. So the AS-Val does have a feature that a lot of other guns don't, and that feature is bullet velocity. If you don't know what bullet velocity is how much your bullet takes to get from point A to point B. So you do kind of have to increase it if you do want to play mid-range with this gun. Personally, I would recommend it, but you could take some sort of mid-range fights. This gun does have high recoil, but we do not want to affect the ADS speed of this gun, so we don't want to worsen it or try to increase it, because I think like the last few shots are pretty bad because they do increase your recoil by a ton. Next up is the quick response barrel, which increases your ADS speed and movement speed. So that's only if you want to play aggressive, and it does help quite a bit because it does increase your ADS speed and movement speed by 5%. Next up is sleight of hand, which will increase your reloading speed, which is effective especially if you're going to be playing the close range quarters, because you're going to probably need it, because this gun does take quite a bit to actually reload. And next up is only if you really want to go on a streak, like let's say for a nuke, instead of using Vulture, you can use the full ammo perk. So the full ammo perk increases your capacity of your ammo reserve than you normally have as the base reserves. So I think like the base reserves give you like 4 extra, and then the full ammo perk gives you like 2 extra reserves. So that's kind of good. But with my opinions of this gun is definitely not meta. Close range is definitely going to be a beam. This gun I think can kill faster than the Fennec if you do hit body shots, because close range it does hit pretty hard because it is a 3-shot. And the recoil is kind of high, but you don't want to make it super slow. And personally, I think with bullet velocity added to this gun really makes it even worse, because bullet velocity really isn't necessary for a gun that has ADS boosted accuracy. And with desync in the game as well, really will make this gun lag a lot. And past 13 meters, this gun kills slower than the M4. That's correct, it kills slower than the M4 past 13 meters. That's crazy. For an AR, really? So you really have to build this gun as an SMG. You really can't build it for long range because its damage profile, I believe, is bad. And this gun does have a built-in silencer, so you won't be able to equip the muzzle. It is banned or not in the gunsmith provided, so it does affect you from using a muzzle, so you can't use like a monolithic suppressor, a MRP like flashguard, or anything like that. But its iron sights are clean, but personally I'm not going to be using this gun. I'm going to be waiting for the SPR, and I kind of waited for people to drop their stats. But yeah, you won't be able to take long range fights due to how high the recoil is. It's basically like the Fennec, but a lot harder. I mean, it is fun. The gun is really fun to use. It's just not, I don't think it's going to be competitive or viable. It might be a little bit, it actually might be viable. But personally, I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to be waiting for the SPR. I really hope that is good. And I think the past few guns that have been added, I think have really been disappointing me. Oh, and this gun also has 10 round FMJ rounds, which is basically makes it a marksman rifle basically. If you do plan on using those, I recommend just using the SKS because it is actually bad. It shoots super slow. You only have 10 rounds, so might as well use the SKS. Its base mag for the SKS is 20, so you'll have more bullets and you can shoot much faster. And I did watch quite a bit of videos for the AS-Val or with it, and a lot of players didn't like it, myself included. I think if possibly the 3-shot meta gets nerfed, it could probably compete. But I think close range it actually does compete quite a bit. It's actually pretty good. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.